Graduates are often faced with the uncertainty of life after graduations, and they have to face the expectations of the outside world without the expected tools. With South Africa's unemployment rate having increased drastically amongst young people, the number of graduates has also increased. Just this morning, SABC released the numbers indicating that the unemployment rate has increased to 27.5% at the end of the third quarter of 2018. Let us now discuss life after graduation and the book titled The Graduate Pack, a guide for a job seeker, with an author of the book, Sanele Gamede. And Sanele joins us live now from our studios in Durban. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Good afternoon, Palesa, and thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and discussing one of the most crucial thing that we need to talk about as a country.
Yeah, very crucial indeed. I think, Sanele, about a year ago, you and I had a discussion on the concept of a graduation seminar. Now, this coming Thursday, you're launching a book that's titled The Graduation Pack. Let us talk about the interest on graduates. Where does it come from? And, you know, perhaps did this concept come from personal experiences?
Thanks for asking that question, Palesa. It's Thursday, by the way, the launch of the book. Basically, the graduate pack, or the issue of graduate, comes from myself being a career coach. And of course, when I went to university, everyone was happy back at home. I'm going to university to after that I will get a job and come back. And unfortunately, after graduating on my first degree, I had to face that what South Africans are facing, my young people are facing, which is unemployment. So I realized, yes, there is a lot that needs to be done, especially to help our graduates. Struggling with finding umsebenzi made me realize as well to also realize a need for such a good book. They need it.
Yeah, but the book contains a number of topics that I think are very important to note, from the issues around branding yourself, writing a successful CV, and how to prepare for a job interview, for example. Just before we look at those, let us just reflect on the mistakes that graduates make when applying for a job, or when, you know, selling themselves to a prospective employer.
One mistake that we forget as young people when we apply for imisebenzi, we forget looking for a job is like chasing pigs, a mother pig with piglets, a lot of piglets. When you try to chase them, they will always dribble you around. When you try it's a hustling. If you chase the mother pig, all the piglets will just follow the mother because they are in here because of their mother. So looking for umsebenzi is one of the aspects of the problem aspect. One of the problem as abantu abasha is the way we search for umsebenzi. We apply for imisebenzi ngendlela that the market today ayamukela. For example, young people will send ama CVs. CV yakhe I sent the last month, my applyela laphana ka social development, aphinda send the same CV my applyela laphana ka environment. Akhohle ukuthi you need to constantly change your CV, ibe targeted towards lo msebenzi o-applyela yona. So a friend of mine have written a book searching a job. It's a job on its own, which means ukufuna umsebenzi is not just ukuthi uzosend the CV. So those are the mistakes that young people do nowadays.
All right, importantly, branding. You know, with the advent of technology and social media, branding goes beyond, you know, presenting yourself physically to your employers. But the issues around what we post on social media, how can that work against you when you're applying for a job?
It's a pity because young people, they don't want to listen, but it's a very important thing with the social media yakho. You brand yourself. On the first chapter on the book, I talk about personal brand development, which is the most important thing that a young person should conserve, should do. Put yourself out there as you want people to perceive you. If you are looking for a job, make sure with social media yakho is as fun. Yes, don't be too serious, I wouldn't say, but make sure you don't post izinto that umqashi mayekubheka ngoba they do go to your social media at some point. They check ukuthi lo muntu esifuna ukumqasha umuntu okanjani on social media. So you need to make sure ukuthi social media platform yakho is updated and is updated with izinto that you want umqashi to see out there.
All right, Sanele, there's so much to get to, but time constraints. So thank you so much for coming through. The book is launching this coming Thursday, I believe. Is it available at all bookstores?
Yes, we are launching it this Thursday at UKZN Howard College, and everyone should come there. It's for free. UKZN Howard College Theatre or 2 on Thursday, and it's for free. So every young person who is looking for a job should basically come there, and they should get the book because it's also available online.
All right, Buti Siyabonga, thank you so much for coming through. Sanele Gamede joining us live from our studios in Durban, of course, talking to us about his book titled The Graduate Pack, and of course the journey that graduates have to travel beyond graduating in tertiary. We're taking a quick break here on your